Hey everyone, today we're going to tackle one of those classic, super frustrating Excel errors. Yep, we're diving in to solve the mystery of this circular reference.
Oh, yeah. I bet you've seen this guy before, right? You're in the zone, deep in your work, you hit enter on a complex formula, and boom, this little warning pops up and everything just grinds to a halt. It's a real momentum killer, but don't worry. Understanding what it actually means is the first step to taking back control. So, what's actually happening behind the scenes here? Well, to get a handle on the error, you gotta understand what Excel is trying to protect you from. Basically, it's what we can call a spreadsheet loop. Okay, so this is the heart of it. A circular reference happens when a formula, somewhere in its logic, ends up referring back to its own cell. Think about it. If cell A1 needs the value from B1 to do its math, but cell B1 also needs the value from A1, well, where does it end? It doesn't. Excel sees this endless loop coming and, to stop your computer from catching fire, it just throws up its hands and stops everything. It really is like your data is just going around in circles. The calculation can't find a finish line, so it just spins and spins, kind of like a hamster on a wheel. And Excel, being pretty smart, hits the emergency brake to stop this infinite loop. That's exactly why your entire sheet can suddenly feel completely frozen. All right, so we know what it is. Now for the fun part, the detective work. How do we actually track down the exact cell that's causing all this trouble? Well, lucky for us, Excel leaves a couple of big clues. You've got two main ways to hunt this thing down. The first is the quick and easy way. Just glance down at the status bar in the bottom left corner of your window. A lot of the time, it'll just tell you, hey, circular references, and it might even give you the cell address. Super simple. But if you need to do a deeper investigation, head over to the Formulas tab and use the error checking tool. That'll give you a detailed list of every single cell that's stuck in the loop. Okay, we've found our culprit. Now it's time to fix it. Let's talk about how to break this accidental loop and get our spreadsheet back in business. So, assuming this loop was just a mistake, our goal is simple. We have to break the chain. And the easiest way to do that is to just replace that looping formula with its final answer. You're basically telling Excel, okay, stop calculating, this is the number I want, and freezing that value in place. And it's super easy to do. Here's how. First, just click on the cell that's causing the problem, copy it, Control-C. Then, and this is the magic part, right-click and look for the paste value option. Bam, that's it. It swaps the problematic formula for the number it calculated and the loop is broken. But what if the loop wasn't an accident? I know, right? Here's where things get really interesting. What if you actually wanted to create a loop on purpose? What if you had a problem that needed a calculation to run over and over again just to find the right answer? Well, this brings us to a pretty advanced but super powerful feature in Excel. It turns out you can actually tame these loops and make them work for you. Let's explore how to create an intentional loop. It's a feature called iterative calculations. When you enable this, you're basically telling Excel, hey, I know this is a circular reference. I did it on purpose. Just let it run, but only for a set number of times. This is a total game changer for things like complex financial modeling or certain engineering problems where you need to get closer and closer to an answer. And turning it on is a piece of cake. You just go to File, then Options, and click on the Formulas section. You'll see a little checkbox right there that says Enable Iterative Calculation. Just tick that box, and then you can tell it exactly how many times you want it to loop. You are in complete control of the whole process. So let's bring this all together. We've gone from being totally stopped in our tracks by this annoying error to understanding not just how to fix it, but how to actually use it as a powerful tool. So remember these key takeaways. A circular reference is just a calculation loop that Excel stops by default. You now know how to hunt them down with the status bar or the error checking tool. You know how to fix the accidental ones by simply pasting the value, and you even know how to use them on purpose with iterative calculations. The big idea here is that you are in charge of your spreadsheet's logic, not the other way around. And just like that, you've mastered the circular reference. See? It's not some scary bug to be feared, but a feature to be understood and controlled. So that leaves me with one question for you. What Excel mystery should we crack open next? Let us know. Thanks for tuning in.